because they've got the majority of these users, whether it's these mobile apps and games that are addictive, online games as well. You've all heard of like Zynga-type games. It's a way for them to, take a cut of the completions that happen. So I see it as, the offer should go where the users are spending the majority of their time.
What do you think?
I think we're going to see all of that. So everybody's talking about consolidation, but everybody's also talking about getting the right offer to the right person, both in a push and a pull format. And I think we're going to see more of that. I think we're definitely going to see more of offers being able to go live immediately through some different technical solutions. And that immediacy, by the way, does solve the need of both the merchant who needs to solve their dire business problems as well as the consumer. It is a consumer frustration and pain point when they get the offer and they can't use it right away. So there's a win-win opportunity there.
Let's talk about, the other side of what you guys mentioned was retargeting. There's the time-based piece, which makes sense, but also, like once someone comes, then what? How do I get them back to my business? Do you guys help? Can you help with those kind of issues? You want to just talk about what you're doing?
Yeah, sure. Our business is really simple. The targeting and segmentation we can do is as nuanced and diverse as the data that we see. And we see the entirety of transactions across banking portfolios, debit and credit. So if we wanted to trigger an offer to thank you for coming 3 times and sent the 4th, if we wanted to dust off somebody who's clearly active in the category but not spending with a particular merchant, we can do that too. If we wanted to get all JCPenney shoppers as they walk out to realize that P.F. Chang's is serving lunch, we can do that too. I think that data will drive relevance, and we've seen that work in the e-commerce world. I'm a Google vet and believe in that very, very strongly.
Yep.
We're just simply bridging the gap now, as are others.
And consumers have to opt in to your service, correct, in order to get them to do it? Can you explain whether or not how you get around or how that works, just so people here are clear with it?
Sure. I'd also tie it back to your question around privacy asked earlier. Our programs are either opt-in or opt-out, dependent upon the FI partner that we're working with or the publisher in whose environment we're working. But on the privacy side, again, I think that if the value exchange is clear, people will certainly sacrifice a little bit of data for a lot of value in return.
Yep.
And that's
I agree with that.
The value prop that I think we can clearly deliver to folks and then see the results.
I agree with that. I think we have a question.
Hi, my name is Isabel from Crosslink. I know that time-based deals, they clearly have a time defined, and most other deals have an end date or an expiration date. But I hear that there's a lot of noise around some legal concerns that might surface that they should be regulated like gift cards. Do the users care, or do the merchants care if it's regulated like a gift card? And
yeah, you want to talk about that? It's an unclaimed property in a lot of states. It's a big deal. It's hard. You have to be fairly sophisticated to.
Yeah, until there's more clarity around exactly how the courts will fall on this issue, I think it's a huge deal. And I think that the idea of a gift card is sort of value out in the marketplace, and there's legal ramifications to that. It certainly matters to a merchant. So I think thinking about, again, a variety of models and a variety of ways for consumers to consume deals above and beyond just the buy upfront gift card, that's what we need to be thinking about. I think it's a merchant concern first.
Do the consumers care? I think some consumers care. There's a couple of court cases that are floating around out there right now where they bought a deal and there was a limited time to get it fulfilled. I forget what it was, 60, 90 days or something like that. And the merchant just couldn't service enough of these deals, right, to get them done. And in that particular case, when someone has bought a deal and the merchant's constrained by time, I think those kind of cases clearly have merit and will probably progress. The rest of the other side of the equation is if you don't fulfill a deal and you leave it on a card for a long time, there's already very defined legal framework around unclaimed property in a lot of states on a state-by-state basis. Is that fair?
It's fair in the broader sense. I don't think it's relevant to our business, but it's fair, yes.
What do you think about her question?
I've never asked a consumer directly, but we ask consumers questions around do they care about their coupons. They do care. I think if you look at just overall, they're paying attention. A lot of consumers are involved in this, and it's not just it's everybody. Even affluent consumers are doing it. So I think anytime you're talking about value to a consumer, they're going to care. So and we'll have to see how it all turns out.
Do we have another question that I saw? No? Okay. So let's do this. Can each of you just give me your just one quick wrap-up thought about where you think this is going to go in the next, say, year, next year? What do you think?
I think where this is going to go is a lot of the themes that we've been talking about, but I look for a lot of the companies to be solving the problems that we're talking about today. So I think we touched on a lot of great things today. So how do you grow? How do you scale? How do you give offers that are more time-based and immediate? And really, how do you appeal to the consumer and give them more of what they want in terms of immediacy and relevancy?
I see offers, like I mentioned, moving into platforms and communities and reward-based sites where users are spending a lot of their time already. So the offers are going to follow the users. And then secondly, I see the platforms being able to provide that marriage between kind of online or mobile and the offline redemption. So being able to put a coupon onto your card or onto your phone, and be able to use that in the store. So aggregating those types of actions.
I see large financial institutions as consumer brands radically changing this space, bringing relevance and ease of redemption to a process that's in dire need of both.
I agree with you. All right, with that, I'd like to thank the panel. Thank you guys very much. Really appreciate it.